government shutdown just a few months after the longest shutdown in U.S. history. It takes effect at 12:01 a.m. Saturday if Congress doesn't reach a funding deal. And joining us now live this afternoon to discuss what can be done to stop the shutdown is David Karol of the University of Maryland. Professor, thank you so much for being with us here at noon.
Good to be with you, Megan.
And just first, a lot is developing right now, but we do have a deal in the Senate. Please walk us through where we're at in this process.
Well, the House passed a bill that bundled together appropriations for many different departments. The Democrats objected to the Department of Homeland Security provisions because of what's been going on with ICE. And they said, we don't want a general shutdown, but let's separate out the DHS appropriation and pass the rest. Republicans at first resisted that, but President Trump agreed with that idea. And that is the deal, that they are going to pass the rest of the appropriations while passing only a 2-week extension for the Department of Homeland Security. But because that's a change from what the House passed, the House has to come back and vote again on this new language once it gets through the Senate. And the reports are that that's not going to happen until Monday at the earliest. So we're not going to settle this all tonight.
Okay, so you mentioned there one of the roadblocks. That was my next question for you, talking about timing. What needs to happen next in order to move this process forward? Any other potential roadblocks in this? And I also want to ask, the situation, is this unusual to separate out one agency? Talk a little bit about that for us.
Well, this is something that's changed over time. It used to be that every appropriation, the 13 different bills, was passed separately. They had conference committees, they passed them separately, president signed or vetoed. Over the years, it's gotten to be much more common for them to be combined together in some kind of mega bill. And this would be a step back, a step actually towards the traditional process. That's only happening, though, because of this controversy over ICE. In terms of roadblocks, Senator Graham has been objecting. He does not like the fact that the House version includes measures in the previous shutdown resolution in January. The Senate snuck in provisions allowing senators whose phone records had been looked at as part of the investigation of presidential conduct after the 2020 election, that they could sue and get a large compensation from the government. The House a group in the House bipartisan majority rejects that, said that was unfair. The Senate jammed them, and this appropriation that the House voted rescinds that, repeals that. Senator Graham is objecting. Any single senator can slow down this process considerably. So I would expect that he will back down on this, but under the Senate rules, any senator can slow things down for days. They can't block passage ultimately, but right now, speed and time is of the essence.
And we know, and you said Monday maybe as far as a timeline, we're looking at least a partial shutdown for the next few days before any future votes could happen on this.
Over the weekend, yes, and then Monday possibly, because Monday morning the House will not have voted. So we'll see. There might be a brief shutdown.
All right, a brief shutdown possible there. Professor David Karol of the University of Maryland giving us some of the background of what's happening and helping lay out this timeline for us. Thank you for being with us here today at noon, sir.
Thank you.
All right, well, another update.